WSYR 9.2 Syracuse, this is News Channel 9 at 10.
Good evening, I'm Christy Casciano. Rain has moved into central New York. Let's find out who's getting soaked with a quick look at Live Doppler 9. Here's Chief Meteorologist Dave Longley. Dave?
Yeah, a pretty widespread area of rain is now coming through, and the breeze has picked up from the southeast as well. You can see in Syracuse and whiting out some pockets of moderate rainfall in there. We're dealing with the rain now, but back to the west, things aren't quieting down, and that drier air will come in tonight. So a couple more hours of rain, some thunder tomorrow morning, and then the wind really kicks in. We'll break that down for you in about 10 minutes.
A developing story tonight. Tornadoes slammed into several communities in the Midwest, killing at least 15 people and injuring many. Take a look at some of the damage. Intense storms raged from the Great Lakes down to the Gulf Coast, creating the second major tornado outbreak this week alone.
All right. One of the key things that let me know that it was serious was the loud wind. It almost seemed as if it was trying to lift my roof off the actual office frame.
And the entire town of Marysville, Indiana, is reported to be wiped out. The National Weather Service says there's extreme damage 20 miles north of Louisville, Kentucky. Much more on this developing story in a live report coming up on News Channel 9, 11 at 11. More than 150 people are losing their jobs in Cortland. The Borg-Warner plant in Cortlandville is closing. The automotive supplier set up shop there 10 years ago. The company will now go through a wind-down process over the next year and eventually transfer its business elsewhere. It could hit Cortland hard.
The loss of 158 jobs that pay that well is very, very difficult on any community, and Cortland's a small community, so it's certainly going to be felt all across the county.
The company's headquarters are in Auburn Hills, Michigan. We'll have much more on this story in live coverage on News Channel 9's 11 at 11. Tomorrow, Senior Day at the Carrier Dome, and a couple of Q stars will be saying goodbye to the Orange faithful. Scoop Jardine, Chris Joseph are headed for graduation. They'll bring some fond memories with them.
It's almost about to be over. It's kind of sad. I mean, I'm waking up every day like, wow, like my 5 years is, it was great though. Everything Syracuse taught me, I'm gonna take on for my career and, be successful because of the things I got and I learned here and the support that I have here. This is home for me.
For me to think that, in a couple months it'll all be over is something that I don't like to think about.
The Orange will take on Louisville tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. The Orange beat the Cardinals by just a point a couple of weeks ago in Kentucky. Many Central New Yorkers can find themselves in the nosebleeds seats tomorrow afternoon, but News Channel 9's Jeff Kulikowski found a man today that captured a much better view against UConn last week.
This is their one of their newer lenses, the 8-15 fisheye zoom.
Over the years, Mike Okanowski has photographed the dome from every conceivable way possible. But for over a decade, he's been wanting to capture it from a whole new perspective. Now, with the right camera and lens combo and the blessing of dome management, he climbed up onto the dome to do it.
You're outside in the cold, and the dome is all warm and brightly lit. And there's this 35, 40 mile an hour wind that's coming through your face. So that combination of the wind plus putting the wide angle lens through there and not having any structure underneath really sent a chill up my spine.
But having only 15 seconds to get the shot, he composed himself and clicked away.
Just the angle I'm at just gives the perspective that I'm right over the court, but actually I'm back in this dead area behind the scorer's table where the first fans are.
Walk around the inside of the dome, in the concourse especially, you'll see all sorts of pictures of things that have gone on inside the dome. But you've never seen a picture like Okanowski has taken. And he says the vent hole he put his camera through was really about only the size of the inside of this paper plate.
I wasn't expecting the sensation of falling when I put that lens through the hole.
But what he was able to capture was a view and perspective of the dome we've never seen before.
There's very little time for the woohoo moment. I really was thinking I need to get back down and shoot the game.
Now he can reflect, and we can enjoy this unique picture inside the dome. Jeff Kulikowski, News Channel 9.
In other news, just 4 days after losing 3 of their classmates, students at Chardon High School in Ohio are trying to find their way back to normal. School resumed at the school as the students walked through the doors of the school that's been watched by an entire nation over the past week. Teachers and parents clapped and encouraged the students to press on. ABC News reports that the alleged gunman, T.J. Lane, may have committed a crime of passion. A group of students told ABC one of the victims was dating the gunman's ex-girlfriend. Weekend parking in Armory Square is rarely easy. This weekend, you may have an even tougher time trying to find a spot. The lot at the corner of Fayette and Franklin Streets is closed because of new construction. They're building a Marriott hotel here. As a result, 100 spaces are disappearing. So if you're hunting for a place to park the car for the night, you'll find a temporary fence up in front of the lot. They may not want to call themselves heroes, but they sure are getting the royal treatment. A state trooper, 3 fishermen were honored for saving a man and his dog after they fell through the ice in Oneida Lake last week. The 4 risked their lives for a man who they didn't even know.
It didn't have nothing to do with them being a civilian or me being a police officer. It just had to do with, us all being human and trying to save a human life.
James Parkhurst, Alan Waldron, Eric Wilsey had to pull Trooper Morse to safety as well after he had fallen into the water while trying to rescue the Cicero man and his dog. They'll receive more honors next week from State Senator Patty Ritchie. New York senior senator is pushing for progress on an ongoing investigation into gas prices. New York Senator Charles Schumer and Senator Claire McCaskill of Missouri want the investigation into gas price fixing wrapped up. The Federal Trade Commission has been investigating oil refineries for price fixing since last year, and the 2 senators want some answers. The senators say if the commission finds proof refineries are keeping prices high for no other reason than profit, they could take action to bring gas prices for everybody down. The average price for a gallon of regular unleaded in central New York is $3.93. That's nearly a quarter higher than the national average. And this is the 24th straight day gas prices have risen, the highest price we've ever paid at this time of year. Meantime, Orange football fans are buzzing tonight. We've now learned the non-conference schedule for the team this upcoming season, and for some, it's a letdown. The team will take the field for the first time September 1st. This year, there will only be 5 home games at the Carrier Dome, 1 less than normal. That the other so-called home game will be played at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. It'll be played against USC. Some aren't thrilled about having to travel to a big game like that.
For the fans who obviously, we think of first of what we're doing because they're important, the most important part of the program for us. I hope that they understand.
Coach Marone says they did everything they could to get that 6th game at the Dome, but their expected move to the ACC changed everything. You can take a look at the schedule at 9WSYR.com. We have it posted under links and reminders.
Oh, we're gonna be there soon, I'm sure. It's like, whoa.
And we're sure someone somewhere is probably having green eggs and ham today to celebrate the birthday of legendary Dr. Seuss, who would have turned 108 today. To celebrate a film adaptation of his famous children's books, The Lorax, opened today. Dr. Seuss was the author of many famous children's books, including The Cat in the Hat, Horton Hears a Who, both of which have been made into movies. The Lorax features the voices of Zac Efron, Taylor Swift, and Danny DeVito. Looks like a good movie. Well, we're going to have to deal with rain and wind tonight. Might be a good weekend to see a movie. Let's find out how it looks for the rest of our weekend. Here's Chief Meteorologist Dave Longley.
Yeah, probably Sunday will be the day to go to the movies. Storm team alert for the potential for strong, damaging wind tomorrow. More on that in a moment. Here's the up-to-date view of the tornado outbreak still ongoing through the mid-Atlantic states. The storm that brought the tornadoes will bring wind here, but no severe weather. Don't worry about that. Timecast showing the live Doppler 9 rather, showing the rain that has moved into central New York. A little arc of heavier rain now showing up in Liverpool and Syracuse out toward Manlius right now. And again, up near Baldwinsville. A little bit heavier rain right now. And I would be suspicious A little bit of sleet maybe mixing in Hamilton on down into the northern part of Shenango County. Again, we'll widen out the view for you, the big view. And again, you'll see, again, pretty quiet once this rain goes through. Let's see what's on tap for the rest of the night. Widespread rain over us now. Widening out, you see some drier air over Ohio and Pennsylvania. That will begin to come in after midnight. So at midnight, there's the rain exiting off. Pretty quiet through the night. It will be breezy. Not the strongest of the wind, though. Some more rain, perhaps some thunder tomorrow morning at 6 in the morning. And then we're done with the rain. It will be windy during the afternoon tomorrow, and I expect some sunshine to get out as well. Tomorrow's winds, southwest, 20 to 40 miles per hour with higher gusts. Sunday, northwest winds, 15 to 25 miles per hour, still a little bit on the gusty side as well. Wind advisory in effect, and again, that's at 20 to 40 mile per hour wind. But the wind could be a little bit stronger up near Lake Ontario. We could actually gust to 60 miles per hour late tomorrow and early tomorrow night. 50s and dropping tomorrow, 30s Sunday, Monday. Back to work in school, high of only 25, but warming up. We're still expecting highs around 60 with sun by Wednesday. Christy?
Thank you, Dave. That's our report for tonight. Thanks for joining us. You can get news and weather updates anytime at 9WSYR.com. Have a great weekend.